I don't give a fuck about no girls. They'll get back on that when I get to talking my shit. They gonna pop back on. Fuck 'em. If they left, they want. It's like black. It's like they were unable to join.
Y'all, this is tea for me. Why I just heard that motherfucking Ari slept with Offset. So Moneybag Yo unfollow Ari, or Ari unfollow Moneybag Yo. Am I? Is this what's going on?
Ari and Moneybag done unfollowed each other on Instagram. So the people who thinking that Ari didn't sleep with Offset, the proof is in the pudding. And another thing, Cardi B actually confirmed it with that tweet that she deleted. She gonna call Ari a bobblehead. I don't blame her though, cause I don't see how Ari can get mad at Cardi B when Ari slept with Offset and that's Cardi B's husband, ex-husband, whatever. Like, how you gonna get mad at her?
I'm gonna put it in you bitch's face who always said I want to be shit. I remember that shit. Don't try to DM me now. Don't try to call niggas around me and tell, hey man, tell back. Fuck that. I don't fuck with no nigga. No, that's just how I feel, man. Don't act, man, cause shit good. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm doing something wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, bro. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. No. Hey, man, I didn't need you button in, pull up on me. Good vibes. I don't want no negative vibes around me. I'm not dealing with no negative vibes from this day forward, man. I don't want no negative vibes around me. I'm straight. I don't want that energy around me.
It's burning up out here, and not just from the weather. The heat is coming straight from Moneybag Yo. What folks had been whispering about for days just got confirmed by Yo himself. And let's just say, Bag is nowhere near chill about the alleged affair between Ari Fletcher and Offset. Once the whispers hit the internet, it went into full-blown chaos. And now, it's looking official. What was first brushed off as messy, baseless drama is spiraling, and Bag is clearly losing it. He's been venting all over social media, and sources close to the situation are saying he's threatening to leak video footage of Ari and Offset together. Yes, you heard that right, video. This is giving reality TV drama on 100. Moneybag Yo ain't playing, and from the looks of it, this is just phase 1 of his payback mission. Ari's name is getting dragged right into the fire as Bag goes full scorched earth. Offset cheating? That's not even news at this point. Those two have been through it. Breakups, makeups, the whole loop. Offset's list of slip-ups? Too long to even count. But the part that really shook the internet was the idea that Ari Fletcher might be tangled up in this whole mess. If you know Ari, then you know she always talks big, claims she's the best, doesn't settle for second, and definitely doesn't mess with men who are already taken. So now folks are doing double takes. Let's not forget, just a few weeks ago, Ari and Moneybag were still very much a couple, or so we thought. Now, people are scrambling to figure out when the fallout began and how deep this love triangle goes, because it's all blowing up in real time. The real explosion came when blogger One Go Alexis dropped a major bomb. She claimed that Cardi B is pregnant again, but this time not by Offset. Nope, the daddy is allegedly NFL star Stefon Diggs. Wild, right? According to the T, Cardi and Stefon been moving on the low for a while. Alexis says their little spark might have happened while Cardi was still carrying Offset's baby. Alexis even posted a pic of Cardi and Stefon side by side with the caption, "A birdie on my shoulder," hinting that they're already expecting. Like what? Cardi's supposedly pregnant again. Hold on now. This whole saga is officially unhinged, especially since Cardi just had a baby less than a year ago. Back-to-back pregnancies, tangled affairs, exes creeping, and the internet playing detective. It's a circus of drama and scandal all rolled into one.
Cardi B went on Twitter Spaces or X Spaces over the weekend.
I really want to tell y'all about this. I really want to tell y'all so much about this hating, because every single time that I find like peace, first of all, the way this man can ruin my Valentine's Day, and then like I really want to let y'all know the that he did. I'm gonna tell you about his suicide. I'm gonna say it soon, but I'm gonna let him keep trying me. I'm gonna let him keep trying me. I'm gonna collect all my fucking evidence, so when I come here, I'm gonna show y'all the type of I breathe.
Cardi's crazy because she comes online and she responds to everything and she tells you what's going on.
If she feels those threats of murder are valid, she needs to call proper authorities though, and not go to social media with it.
Yeah.
But has she already?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's nothing wrong.
She did.
That's true. But I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with expressing something like that publicly, especially if you think, those.
Just because the waist is snatched doesn't mean everything underneath is running smooth. And baby, this drama is spiraling fast. Since her name is blowing up across social media, let's rewind and talk about blogger Miss Alexis for a second. For the longest time, word around the industry has been that certain celebs manipulate bloggers to run narratives, shape headlines, and move the public like chess pieces. The streets say Cardi B, Offset, and Alexis were tight behind the scenes, teaming up to keep a squeaky clean image back when Cardi and Offset were still a thing. But that dynamic flipped real quick once that relationship crumbled. world. Now, based on Cardi's latest clapbacks, it's obvious she thinks Alexis is now backing Offset instead of her. Things went off the rails when Cardi and Alexis clashed on social media in a messy, no-holds-barred fight. Alexis pulled up with receipts too, private DMs straight from Cardi herself, and one of them had the internet in a frenzy. Cardi didn't sugarcoat anything when she accused Offset of creeping behind her back with Ari Fletcher. The message read something like, "Why are you even talking if Offset was with her this weekend? I don't care who you're defending, girl. It's wild to lie to me like that. And no, he hasn't been with me either. Y'all need to get out of my face." We both moved on, but while we were still together, he was out here fooling with Ari. Ask him about it. But somehow, I'm the bad guy for moving on? Please leave me alone. Woo! But Alexis didn't hold back either. She clapped back instantly, claiming Offset told her he smashed Cardi while she was still in Atlanta. Woo! No matter how you look at it, it's betrayal all around. Cardi was clearly fed up, and Alexis wasn't about to keep quiet either.
Apparently, Cardi B approached a blogger for talking crazy about her on their blog, basically saying that Offset and Cardi B was messing around again when she was in Atlanta, allegedly. And apparently Cardi B hopped in that blog's DMs and was like,
"I don't cheat no more." Oh my God. So now I don't cheat no more. I didn't realize that I was necessarily cheating. Well, you do know I'm cheating, but like how bad I was cheating until I started taking my person. I was like, oh, it's supposed to feel like.
The internet still hasn't recovered, real talk. This insane tea just keeps spilling and it's getting hotter by the minute. At first, people were scrambling to figure out which Ari Cardi was talking about in those leaked messages. But don't worry, Alexis popped out like the fairy godmother of drama and confirmed it for everyone. It was Miss Ari Fletcher. Alexis hit back with a screenshot from one of Ari's older tweets from February, and it definitely got people talking. Coming to a woman as a woman or snitching on a woman to her man gotta be the two most cheesy, sad bez alive, the tweet said. Now let's talk about the timing. Alexis stepped in saying, "I kept it chill. I didn't drag Cardi. I didn't tell anyone she was trying to expose Ari over Offset by calling you a money bag." Ooh, that's petty on a whole new level. It really amped up the sneak attack. Cardi might have been trying to stir things up and get Ari caught up with her man, hoping Bag would respond. But plot twist, the money bag wasn't even paying attention. Why? Probably because he didn't trust Cardi. Or maybe because he was already dealing with his own mess. Let's be real. He's had his share of side stories, right? So even if Ari came back swinging with her own drama, Bag ain't got much room to play the victim. Still, you could tell his ego took a hit, for real. And just when everyone thought Alexis was gonna let it simmer down, nah, sis kept the heat going, saying she'd heard rumors that Cardi had been messing with Stefon Diggs while she was pregnant. She posted, "I love how Cardi's people told me she was linked up with Steph." And when she posted that, Kim Barbie jumped in like, she don't even know that man. But wait, Alexis wasn't done. She came back with even more, saying Ari Fletcher's friend confirmed she saw Cardi leaving Stefon's hotel room, 7 months pregnant, hair all messed up like something had just gone down. Now that's the type of eyewitness tea that'll have the whole timeline going crazy.
Wait, I did hear who the person was Offset allegedly called Cardi B with. Yo, you're always gonna be mad at your girl even more when the nigga she chooses to entertain is a dog. That nigga can like 3-4 other niggas be like, yo, like this nigga is a dog. I'm wondering how the fuck he even got time to do his original job. Which I can't tell y'all yet. I can't tell you. I want to tell y'all so bad. But I fuck with Cardi B. That's right, y'all. All right, matter of fact, spam some names. I'm so messy. Oh, y'all all wrong. Fuck, you're not even close. I'll give y'all one clue. It's not a rapper. It's not a rapper. Actually, I'll give y'all one more clue. This is the last clue. I'm moving on. It's a football player. It's an NFL nigga. Think the nigga might even call touchdown. It's an NFL nigga. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, if I'm Offset, man, I can't even root for that team no more, bro.
This is where the pot really starts to boil, like ghost pepper level hot, because word on the street is Offset might be the one who kicked off all this Cardi and Stefon Diggs drama. Yep, you heard right. The internet's saying Offset might have started all those rumors. So check this out. A source claimed Offset allegedly went snooping through Cardi's phone and found some pics and texts that were a little too cozy. Those messages showed Cardi getting real excited about linking up with Stefon Diggs, yep, while she was still pregnant. And instead of keeping it low, Offset allegedly ran straight to DJ Academics with the whole folder. Now it all starts clicking together like Legos. The Diggs brothers, Stefon and Trayvon, are known for mixing it up with IG baddies and having kids all over the place. So when people heard Cardi might be linking up with Stefon, they were like, she found herself another Offset clone, same energy, different jersey. But it don't end there. Fans started piecing the timeline together and cooked up a theory that might actually make sense. Here's how it goes. Ari's best friend found out about Cardi and Stefon, told Ari, and then Ari dropped that tea right in Offset's lap. And Offset? You know he threw thrives in chaos, so allegedly he ran with it. And just when you think Alexis is about to chill, she pops right back up throwing shots. This time, she claimed Offset didn't buy the kids anything for Christmas last year. Remember when Cardi blasted him for that? Alexis is now saying that whole thing might have been straight up cap. And if that's true, now this is where things take a sharp turn.
My mouth could literally ruin people's lives. But you know what? I just know that God will handle them. They're just not handling these people as fast as I want them to. By the way, do you guys know that my kids didn't receive no Christmas gifts from somebody in particular? Motherfuckers want to make it seem on social media like I was keeping my kids away from them. Like to make movies on social media, but purposely fly to New York to buy their kids gifts. And guess how many gifts did they buy my kids? Zero.
And best believe Alexis came strapped and ready. She said all that talk from Cardi about Offset not getting anything for the kids on Christmas, full on cap. Alexis pulled out receipts like it was court day and said Offset actually bought gifts for all his kids, including Cardi's. Then Alexis went in even harder, saying the only reason Cardi ever rocked with her was because she was the plug for pushing stories that made her look good. But now the kitchen's too hot and suddenly Alexis is the villain. She said, "It was cool when I was your mouthpiece and everything was clean, but now that Offset's in the fire, y'all want to point fingers like you're innocent? Miss me with that." But Cardi wasn't silent this time. After a fan tweeted, "Every time they pop out together, this girl and her squad throwing shots, it gave off legal vibes." Cardi hopped on and said, "Absolutely." That's when Alexis went nuclear, saying Cardi could never be like Tasha K because she ain't lying. She fired back, "I actually want her to take me to court because when she finds out who really dropped that info in my lap, we're gonna see if she's got the same energy to apologize to Offset." Then Alexis dropped a bombshell. She claimed Cardi had a whole campaign to trash Offset out in the streets. Yep, you heard that right. Alexis said, "If I show that Kim Barbie and Cardi were my sources for all the dirt I aired on Offset, the court's gonna be like, wow, how did she fold on her own circle?" But don't get it twisted, it wasn't Offset spilling in my DMs. She wrapped it up with a mic drop. "If you feeling froggy, don't just bark, leap, take me to court." Now while the fans sipping this tea like it's mimosa hour, one person who ain't vibing with it, Mr. Moneybag Yo, word on the street is, he's done with Ari over this whole Offset drama. They both hit that unfollow button on socials. And in celeb world, that's like saying it's over for real. And to add fuel to the fire, Ari's been on full block mode on Twitter, especially on people asking if she messed with Offset or if she got dumped behind the scenes. Now even though she ain't said a word directly, that silence and that unfollow kinda speaks volumes. But let's not act brand new. The fans out here calling Bag the biggest hypocrite alive. He's been creeping on Ari more than once, but soon as she maybe slip up once, he acting like a heartbroken R&B song. And remember back in 2022 when Ari dropped that tweet that had everyone buzzing about a breakup? I had a long emotional day yesterday. I cried a lot. I felt better after I let it out. No regrets. I'm thankful for life and all the people in it. I've come so far, I got more life to live. I'm ready. Then she followed that with happy, paid, and single, ready for the next chapter. So yeah, that split wasn't as shocking as folks thought. Bag had been testing her patience and the fans knew that fuse was burning. But let's keep it real, he's a rapper. Try finding one without a side piece story. Good luck. At first, both of them stayed low, let the streets do the talking, speculate all they want. But then, of course, rumors caught fire when some chick stepped up saying she was messing with Bag while he was still with Ari.
This is so funny. I actually talked to Moneybag Yo while he was dating Ari.
What?
Yes. I met him I was at Ball Harbor. I ran into him at Ball Harbor. I was shopping, he was shopping. And I ran into each other. I was like, "Oh, can I get a picture?" Like, I'm like, I want some. I'm like, "Can I get a picture?" And he's like, "Yeah, just take a picture with me. I have the picture. I can pull it up." And his homeboy was like, "Oh, he wants your number." And I'm like, "Okay, shit." So I got his number. He's hitting me up the same day, like, "Come through tonight. We're having a little party." And I slide through, and I was drunk, horny.
Now, before that mystery chick showed up with her receipts, Ari was strutting like she couldn't be touched, acting like Bag would never step out on her, like he was locked in and she held the keys. She told her followers she don't play when it comes to getting played, and her man knew better. But all that tough talk, it crumbled real quick when that girl came through with the screenshots. Sis had dates, times, proof, everything. And suddenly the mood shifted like a blackout. Ari couldn't keep that same tough talk when the truth was laid out plain. At that point, it wasn't nothing left to deny. The internet had already done the math, and Ari's silence, louder than any clapback could ever be. Let's be all the way real. Ain't nobody buying what Ari was trying to sell. That whole story had cover-up mode written all over it. Sis was clearly scrambling to save face after popping off, talking about how Bag would never play her, how she was that one, throwing out that ride or die energy like she had it locked for life. Then boom, just like that, she did a full 180 and went right back to him like clockwork. They popped out on social media like nothing even happened, serving up fresh start realness, talking about healing, growing, moving on, basically that rinse and repeat talk we've heard a million times. And to top it off, Bag sat down in an interview, doing the same old "I'm I'm sorry routine, talking about he didn't mean to hurt her. He knew he messed up. Y'all know the script. Bag even admitted that Ari hated when he got her looking like Boo Boo the Fool. He said it straight up. Sis cannot stand being embarrassed, especially when the internet starts clowning her heavy. And be real, who would? She's been riding hard for this man, so to get played out loud and proud in front of the whole world, that hit different. It's giving I held you down and you turned me into a meme. Now tell me that ain't straight up wild. Bag knew Ari's #1 fear was getting played in public and made to look dumb. And guess what he did? The exact thing she feared. Like that was the one thing she asked him not to do. And homie still fumbled the bag. It's like he went out of his way to hurt her where it stings the most. Bag ain't even have the guts to come clean to her face. Ari had to find out through the grapevine that he was out here wildin'. That's not just betrayal, that's betrayal with extra disrespect, stacked high. Imagine thinking you're solid with your man, just to have the streets tell you he out here being grimy, and he couldn't even say it to your face. That's cold. So now Bag out here trying to flip the script, talking like he's ready to fix his life up. He's out here talking about working through his cheating ways like he had some spiritual awakening or whatever. And check this. Ari, after all that, was still by his side trying to help him grow through it. She was out here playing coach, therapist, and wifey all in one. That kind of loyalty, most folks couldn't even imagine it. And if you heard how Bag was sounding in that interview, you would have thought he swore off every woman except Ari. Like, he really had people fooled, thinking he was done playing games. But guess what? Nah, not even a few months later, he got caught slipping right back with his baby mama, Juicy. If you've been keeping up with this soap opera between Rem, Bag, and Ari, then you already know Juicy stays bringing the drama. She got 3 kids with him, and them shady posts, the slick talk, that I know something y'all don't attitude, it's been screaming I ain't let go every single time. And honestly, Bag's whole vibe was looking like maybe he ain't let go either. Of course, Ari wasn't here for none of it. When she slid through on Young Miami's Carisha Please podcast, she made it crystal clear she was over Juicy's antics. She dragged her for still trying to push the narrative like Bag was out here trying to double back. And Ari ain't tiptoe around it. She said what she said. Sis said Bag would never ever go back to Juicy. Not now, not ever. Cause Juicy, she don't hold back when it's time for mess, and this time she came back swinging. She said all I can do is laugh at this foolishness. She said she's staying quiet cause if she talks, it might go too far. She basically threw shade at Bag, hinting that he was still on shady time with Ari and getting all jealous if she even looked another man's way. And with Bag's track record, ain't nobody shocked. Ari tried to clap back, saying folks online were twisting the whole thing. She said people were just trying to stir up mess, but Juicy doubled down, saying